Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Path of Exile. Today we're gonna get sidetracked, heading to this, not heading to. We're gonna get sidetracked once we arrive at the ship graveyard, because we're probably gonna end up going down into the ship graveyard cave or cove or whatever the hell it is, rather than going forward to Merville. I think I covered this at the end of the previous episode. I would love if I had a instant heal flask, would be just awesome. I do not, however, so I am stuck dealing with health regen, which is terrible. I just want to kill this one freaking guy. I want to get my superior giant life flask, and oh my god, this stuff is terrible. So, just terrible. You guys can die. You can live. And some endurance charges going. I never bothered to use them, but I really should. Health is running extremely low. Pop some more flask charges. Health is at an acceptable level. Now it's not, and we die horribly. Alright, now that we're back in town, let's go ahead and check a couple things. One, I believe I have skill gems available for purchase, because I never came back and got it for killing Brutus. Vitality. Regenerate additional life per second. That's actually not bad if it wasn't for the fact that it would reserve 40% of my life. I'm curious how this node works. 40% less mana reserved. Does that mean it reduces the mana reserved amount by 40%? So it would be 0% reserved. Or would it reduce 40% by 40% and be like 25-ish percent reserved? Either way, I don't have a skill point at the moment to find out, so that's not happening. There are more skill gems to look through here. Vulnerability, Immortal Call. While nice, I don't currently have enough endurance charge things to make use of that. Double Strike, Flicker Strike, Flame Totem, Determination, and Blood Rage. Once again, not going to be taking any of these at the moment. Now what I really need to look for are some nice 4-slot weapons, or a 3-slot weapon. That's almost as good as what I have. But armor, any luck with armor? No, of course not. 1 and 1. Do I have any chromatic orb things? 1. Alright, we got that out of the way. What are these? Colossals are 37. Do I have any more colossal life flasks? 660, 700 over 7 over 8. Did I stick any in here? Greater. No, I don't think I did. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Not that. This. And also, you know, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Still have 2 lightning resist rings. I'm gonna pull that back because I have a feeling I threw that into the stash by accident. An amulet I didn't know I could get. Skill gems can go in there because I'm never going to use that. I will eventually use that. I probably will not use that. I have apparently a bunch of rings in here as well. And all you currency items can go in here. Alright, let's
for some, death is welcome.
go to Nessa. Let's look at the Colossal Flash she already has, none of which are to my advantage. Let's grab 2. Orb of Transmutation, go. Well, the more life recovered is nice. Swap that out, and
hello.
Actually, one other thing we can do. I have a rather large number of giant life flasks sitting around. I have one more magic. Well, yes, I do.
Hello.
Alright, 3 of those will be 3 of a colossal. Or 1 of a colossal, rather. Real awesome with 3. And let's see what we got. Increased movement speed and charge recovery. Boo. And unfortunately, I want to save the superior one. Do I have another giant life flask? I unfortunately do not.
Can I help?
Alright, let's see. Well, they are just 3 scrolls of wisdom, so I'm just buying another one apparently. And back here, and 50% applied instantly. Perfect. We are now set. The rest of these can go in here. Now I can instantaneously recover some life when I need to. And in theory, that will help me stay alive. Alright, so Prisoner's Gate, heading forward. I need to find the little cliff ledge path thing. Is it over here? No, it's a wall. Yeah, we can kill some goats. Goats may kill us as well, but hell. They do lightning damage. I need to change rings out again. Rings. Not whatever the hell menu that is. So I need a second mouse right now so I could be killing this guy and looking at rings quickly. Extra elemental resist, I will take it, and extra elemental resist, life leech stuff, and more mana regen stuff. I really lucked out with those lightning resistance rings, but I don't think I ever used them back when I was having so many mana issues. Endurance charges are things, yes, there are things. And I really should have them up all the time. It's like one of these things that's like, I hate using them, they're a pain in the ass. It's like I'd rather just kill everything, hope I live. It doesn't always work out that way. 9% shock nova. I'll take it. I'm probably gonna lose my endurance charge stacks here. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know why that chest opened up, but that was a box, and I think it just got hit. I believe it just got hit by lightning, and there went my charges. Because I am terrible at this game. And this next group of enemies should level me up. And Burning Menace is on her own. Hell, I'll kill her. Or get killed by her, one of the two. Doing this without fire resistance, probably not the best idea. And that's a lot of goats. So, I don't feel like dealing with rings again, so screw this. Wait, was that the Burning Menace? What the hell just happened there? Okay, that was not the Burning Menace. And apparently I will be killing her. That fire resistance makes one hell of a difference. Let's get out of this bed of burningness. Grab a chromatic orb item, and sure, we'll grab a 10% dagger weapon thing. Infernal blow, good stuff, and multi-strike. Now we'll go back to lightning resistance. Alright, here we go. And we are off once again. I've been at a bit of an impasse when it comes to recording. I want to kind of wait until I just have all the upgrade stuff I've been talking about doing since like Thanksgiving. I've like got most of it planned out, sitting there, and I got a list sitting there on a PC part picker. It's like all there, ready to be ordered. I have the processor sitting here since Thanksgiving. You know, those good Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. Spent the little bit of cash I had left over after the whole car incident. Like all the other stuff, I have it sitting there. It's like all more or less picked out. It's like, okay, I got the motherboard, I got the memory. Got the nice upgrade on the memory, because I have a habit of leaving everything open and running out eventually. Having everything lock up on you because you've run out of RAM, and swap file is annoying. And then it's like, okay, graphics card, yeah, I can get a graphics card too. Everything will look nice and pretty. The recording capabilities of the NVIDIA 600 and 700 series graphics cards with the shadow play is apparently really nice. It's like automatic encoding with 0 performance hit, which I learned about after I grabbed an i7 processor so that the encoding and stuff and recording would be nice and smooth and I could maintain a decent frame rate in games. And it turns out that the graphics cards apparently record rather nicely these days. It's like, okay, I could have done without. I could have done with an i5 then instead of an i7. And then it's like looking through some other stuff. It's like, oh, yeah, hard drives. I need to make sure motherboards have an IDE port. It's like IDE port. Oh, wait, those are ancient. They're like next to impossible to find. And if they are on any modern motherboards, they're like the very bottom of the barrel or no-name ones. So now it's like, okay, I can always just ditch them. You know, hard drives are cheap enough. You can get like a 2 terabyte drive for like $60, $70 these days. So it's okay. I'll just grab another one of those, swap out 2 of the old. What am I running? I have a 300, 320, a 2 500s, and a terabyte drive. About minus 8 to 10% because, of course, the hard drive manufacturers use, I believe it's powers of 10 when it comes to sizing their drives, while computers use a power of 2, so the numbers differ slightly. And it's like, okay, so I'm assuming the 2 old IDE ports are the smaller 300-ish drives. I'm hoping that's the case, otherwise it's like, yeah, I'm not really getting a lot of space. And it's like, oh, you know, having an SSD would be nice too. And there was a brief period I considered doing a RAM disk, which is basically you put a crap ton of RAM in the computer and set up a hard drive directly in your RAM, so it's like even faster than an SSD. But I mean, I don't need 32 gigabytes of RAM. That's like pushing it too far. 16 will be good for me. But the SSD, it's like, you know, there's a lot of good 120 gigabyte ones.
May not bleed, but where there's life, there can be death.
Indeed. But I'm pretty sure like everything here is already dead for the most part. With the SSD, there's a lot of 120 gigabyte ones that are reasonably cheap, like $60, $70 again, $80. I was like, I could do that, install Windows on it, have room for a couple games, I would not have to deal with load times anymore. I do not need to kill 2 individual things anyway. There's just no reason to. Just looking like, every time I look at this, it's like, oh, well, I could do this, change that, well, I'll do this instead, and I really just need to sit down, order it, and just get it all over with. My biggest concern is the fact that I kind of bought the processor going back at Thanksgiving. I figured I'd, next paycheck, I'd grab just the motherboard and the RAM, get all that working. Then came the car trouble round 2, and then Christmas a couple days before, or that was a little before Christmas, and then Christmas rolled around and the water heater died. I don't know if I mentioned that at all, so it was like money, 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 money. So all these, buy some computer parts, ideas went out the window. So now everything looks fine, settled down. I'm gonna buy parts and things are gonna go terribly wrong, and there's a nice 4-link red slot item, or red item that I've been wanting to find. Get rid of that stupid slip robe for the moment. It's slightly worse than what we're using. But hell. You know what? Let's go ahead and pop back to town. Orb of Transmutation. Extra life. I will take it. Alright, with that we have Melee Splash, life gain on hit, Infernal Blow, and Multi-Strike. I can swap out Life Leech when I need it for some extra little, what's the word I'm looking for? Defense? Oh, don't tell me I... Okay, we're gonna start filling up the right side of this. I need to go through and get rid of that junk at some point. Some point soon, ideally. And you actually belong in this tab, so you can go over there. But going back full circle back to what I was talking about before, I have a skill point I need to spend also before I go full circle back to what I was talking about. Executioner, 12% damage, endurance charge. This is the node I want to get to soon, so let's head up that way. So now, going back full circle, the whole point of this whole computer part story, it's like I want to get the parts, I want to, you know, it's so close that it's like I want to, you know, increase the graphics quality of the game. And I'm running on no shadows, no anti-aliasing, texture quality is medium, and it's like, I want to make the game look freaking awesome. I can record now at a solid 60 frames per second, and the game runs smooth, there's no little drops in frame rate and stuff like that. It's like if I up stuff, it just kind of runs poorly. I'd also love to record it in 1080p instead of 720p, at least for the pre-recorded episodes. If I do live streaming, it'll still be 720p, because I don't think my upload bandwidth is good enough for 1080. Multi-strike, click. Alright, click. Click. I should hold shift. Click. I attack a bunch of times per click. So, very nice to have. It ups the damage output by a pretty significant amount. Does it work for barrels? They all kind of just explode at once. I don't know if I completed that full circle story. I got distracted by multi-strike. But it's like, yeah, it's like I'm just about to have this stuff. It's like I want to get it and use it, but at the same time I should really just be recording just so I'm, you know, uploading as regularly as I tend to do. Because my uploads are never really that regular to begin with. Alright. Nothing good from them, not a surprise. Now, what is this? Let's kill this thing. I want to see what the actual effect is on multi-strike. 12% increased melee physical damage. Supported attacks repeat 2 additional times. 92% more melee attack speed and 36% less attack damage. I'm not sure exactly what attack damage does versus the melee physical damage. I'm assuming the melee physical damage is similar to the physical damage number, the two-handed sword physical damage 57 to 110. So that gets increased, but the overall damage the attack does gets lowered. Combined with melee splash, again, increased melee damage, but less damage overall. So I'm doing a lot less damage single target wise, but overall the amount of damage I'm doing is almost as much as a single target ability. Hence the heavy strike. If I linked up heavy strike, obviously I could be doing a lot more. But for now, I mean, hell, things just die so much more quickly. And I'm also getting a ton of life back compared to before. So I can run up in the middle of a group of enemies and my health just shoots right back up. And this is without life leech too. I mean, throw that in the mix and hell, my bar isn't even gonna move. If this actually holds up as it is, I'm just gonna swap out to a second Quicksilver Flask. May as well. It's like I'm half tempted, yeah, I'll just let my health drop all the way down and not attack and just demonstrate how quickly it can go back up. But I know the second I try that, I'm just gonna die. So I'm not gonna bother. There we go. See, it goes up reasonably quickly. I did have to pop a Granite Flask for that. It wasn't quite intentional, but it worked out okay. There were some elites mixed into that pack. Some magic mobs. I just don't like saying that. It sounds stupid. Oh yeah, they're magical mobs. They're like wizards. No, they're blue. They're rares, elite, not rares. They're elites, uncommons, whatever. Like, Heavy Strike is just so unrewarding in comparison to just multi-striking the crap out of everything. Will you guys cooperate enough to walk next to each other? Yes, thank you. Awesome. No, I didn't say you could walk away from each other. Alright, I need to get out of here for a second. Swap out to Cold Resist so I'm not getting frozen constantly. There we go. Let's kill you first. You have that annoying... Someone has a life regeneration aura. Not sure which. It is you, stupid Gorskin. Let's die already. Alright, you're dead. Grab that superior, whatever it was. Need an updated weapon too at some point. It's been a while. Let's grab the All Flame, deliver that to Fairgraves. Drink some grape soda. It's one of those things when you haven't had grape soda in so long. I mean, it's obviously if you're one of those people who just doesn't like it. Terrible, terrible people that they are. It's like, who cares? When you haven't had grape soda in like 10 years and you finally have it again, it's like, oh, this stuff is awesome. And I imagine by like halfway through the bottle, it's gonna be like, oh, this tastes like cough syrup.
Frankly, I would have been surprised if you hadn't recognized me. Yes, 'tis I, Captain Sigmund Fairgraves, wave tamer, pirate bane, and conveyor of civilization to barbaric lands. So, what am I doing here? Apart from blowing my own bugle? I'm marooned, languishing, thanks to a pair of pretty blue eyes, stuck fast in the...
Ah, damn it. I wanted to see if I could go across the gangplank and walk on the ship, but apparently no. Oh well. I wanted to try. It didn't happen.
The Karui remember you, Fairgraves. Your death will be greatly celebrated.
Probably my biggest complaint about all these games is just the way you end up kind of having to upgrade stuff. It's like those gloves that were over there on the floor, they are also 112 armor, much like these ones I'm currently wearing. But it's like, I kind of like having this nice long list of effects. We're going to a magic item, even though the magic item is like less mods. Overall, it's like a newer, higher level item, so it's better in ways. It's like, I don't want to have to think about these things. I want to find just like a new, nice, shiny, just pure upgraded, rare quality gloves to replace the ones I'm using. But oftentimes that doesn't happen. Like I was talking about needing a new weapon, it's like, oh, rare weapon, but it's a bow, which I'm not using. I actually think that's kind of a crappy lower level one anyway, but I digress. Yes, we get skill point from Fairgraves. Killing Fairgraves. And with that, we are once again a step closer to the lovely melee weapon ranged increase node. That's actually a pretty powerful node. I forget the life to health conversion. Does the character sheet say, so I don't have to remember? 2 strength is 1 life, so that's plus 4% melee physical damage, plus 10 life, plus range, and there was something else on it as well. Just so plus 12% total increase in melee physical damage. Pretty good overall, I think. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Path of Exile. Next time, we will be attempting to get to and kill Mervale. Assuming I don't get distracted. Thanks for watching, feel free to comment, rate, and or subscribe, and have a great day.